Hello and welcome to this very quick tutorial on how to do a mesh stitch in crochet. I'm sure that this has many different terms. I just call it the mesh stitch, but if you have a specific way that you refer to this type of stitch, please feel free to let us know in the comments so anyone looking at this video might be able to better identify what the stitch is called for them and maybe patterns that they are referencing. We're just going to go ahead and start with a swatch first. So we are going to start with a loop, and then we are going to chain an odd number. If you're doing this to a size for a pattern, I would recommend picking your closest even stitch amount to the size that you need and then add 1 to that. So for this example, we're going to go ahead and just do 10 stitches plus 1, so we'll have a total of 11. And then from here, we're going to start with a foundation of single crochets. So I am going to go into the back bump of my chain, and we're going to put 1 single crochet in each back bump. This is a personal preference for me, but I think that the end result makes it quite easy to kind of work back into if you are seaming pieces together. So you are just going to look for your back bump. This is the top of the chain. Flip it over, this is the bottom of your chain. We're going to go into this single bump right here. Pull it over your hook, and then yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. That's your single crochet. And then your very last back bump should look like this. This is your starting loop here. So this bump right here is what you're going to go into. And then that is the end of your starting or foundation single crochets. We're going to chain 2, which is not going to count as a double crochet. We're going to yarn over, and then we're going to go into the very same stitch we just chained from. We're going to pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Then we're going to chain 1. This is your first stitch repeat. So it's a double crochet, chain 1. We're going to skip 1, and then we're going to double crochet in the next. All right, so there's our double crochet. There's our double crochet, and then we're going to chain 1, skip 1, double crochet in the next, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet in the next, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet in the next, chain 1, skip 1, and then we're going to double crochet in our last stitch. Then we're going to chain 2. And because this is a mesh, we are looking to stack all of our stitches on top of each other, so all of our holes are right on top of each other. So in our row 3, we're going to chain 2, does not count as a double crochet. We're going to yarn over, double crochet in the same stitch. Then we're going to chain 1, and we're going to double crochet on top of the previous row's double crochet to give you this nice stacked open stitch. We're going to chain 1, skip the chain 1 space, and then double crochet in the top of your next double crochet. And we're going to do that all the way down. And then in your very last one, you're going to skip. So we have our chain 1, we're skipping here, and we're going to go right into the top of this double crochet, which is your chain 2, double crochet in the same. Gives you a nice little stitch there to work right into. Then we'll chain 2, turn our work, and then double crochet in the same stitch, just like this. Chain 1, skip, and then double crochet in the top. Chain 1, skip, double crochet in the top of your next stitch. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and finish a couple rows, and then I'll show you the end result. Okay, so here you can see our mesh kind of building. We like to try to keep all of our stitches stacked right on top of each other. You can go through both this loop as well as this single loop here if you want to keep them a little bit more vertically stacked. I do personally aim for that. However, if you miss it, I think it's totally fine. It still looks quite good, but I will show you what that looks like. So again, as an option, my personal preference when I'm going to do my double crochet stacked on top, you can definitely just go through this little hole here if that's easier for you to find. However, you can also go under this single loop here and then through your V on top, just to give you a little bit more coverage in your stack. So it looks a little bit more deliberately stacked on top of each other. So that is an option if you would like to consider it. But if that is a little fiddly or difficult for you to get into, absolutely feel free to just go right into your typical hole under your V-stitch. So your V-stitch is here. And then if you turn to the side, you can go right into that hole if that's easier, or you can go under this little loop here and then through your V-stitch if you would like, just so it optically looks a little bit more stacked. Totally up to you. And then at the very end, you can do the same thing. I usually just go right into the open stitch here because it doesn't quite bother me. Usually when I'm doing a mesh stitch, this is going to be a seam all the way down, so I'm not really going to see much of this on the garment itself, but you can absolutely go under here and then into your V if needed and finish it up like that. From here, you're able to kind of do as many rows as you want. Once you're at the end of the height you want for your mesh piece, you can finish this with another row of single crochets. That way it gives you something a little bit more solid to seam into if this is going into maybe a sweater or a cardigan type thing. But hopefully this was helpful for you just to be able to visualize making the mesh pattern with a crochet piece. You can use this with any kind of weight of yarn, any size of hook. Our example piece is a 4 weight yarn with a 6mm hook, but you can kind of take this into any project with any type of yarn, any hook, and be able to use these basic skills to create this look. Hopefully this is helpful, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.